The little girl was rushing to school when she suddenly realized the man beside her was her husband. However, the man didn't recognize her and walked away, bewildered. So after school, the little girl went straight to his home and rang the doorbell. After seeing who it was, Nanner was a little confused, but the girl walked into the house without a word. Everything in the room was familiar to the girl. Nothing had changed. She said to the man with a nostalgic look, "I'm your wife, Ellie's mother." The man couldn't help but laugh. He thought the little girl was joking, but she immediately ran to his daughter's room. To everyone's surprise, the girl gently stroked her daughter's cheek and said she looked exactly like herself in her youth. The little girl then ran downstairs and saw the last photo of her previous life hanging in the living room. She scolded them, saying they had chosen this ugly one when there were so many beautiful photos in the house.
私が死んだのが10年前。つまり10年前に死んでまた生まれ変わった。
はい。
今日はいきなり思い出したのよ。私新島孝恵だって。
The father and daughter were arguing, saying the little girl had mental problems and were about to call the police. But when the little girl saw the takeout box on the dining table, she began to criticize them again. They had beautiful plates at home, so the takeout should be served on plates too. Otherwise, the plates she bought would be wasted. Suddenly, a bell rang outside. The little girl realized it was getting late, so she had to leave. Before leaving, she said she would come back tomorrow, and then happily left, leaving the father and daughter in the house with bewildered faces. Sure enough, the next day after school, the little girl went straight to their house. This time, no one was home, so she skillfully found the spare key under the flower pot. She immediately entered and found the money she had saved and hidden. Then she opened the commemorative photo album, happily looking at her once happy family. However, when she saw a blank page, the little girl realized that her daughter and husband had not lived happily in the 10 years since her death. So she decided to do something to change their situation. Later, she called the man and asked him to meet her at their old haunt. Jack didn't have time to say anything before she hung up. Jack didn't think much of it and took the bus home. He remembered how he used to be late and missed his appointments with his wife. To his surprise, on the way, the little girl actually appeared at their old meeting place, her expression identical to his wife's. This made Jack immediately want to find out.